Hello everyone, this is Dreamer. So yes, today I'm going to give you guys my predictions on the next episode of Death Battle, and this episode is going to feature a battle between the Shredder from Ninja Turtles versus Silver Samurai from Marvel Comics. Now this took me a while to do a little bit of information digging, mainly because there are different types of Silver Samurai as there are different types of the Shredder. Now what I mean by this is for Silver Samurai there's actually two Silver Samurais that exist in the Marvel Comics. You have the father, which is Kenichiro Harada, and the son, which is Shin Harada. Now with Kenichiro Harada, he's actually a mutant, and this is the one that people know very well, who is the adversary of Wolverine. And as for Shin, he may be the son of Kenichiro, but he doesn't have any mutant powers, and he used like an advanced weaponry of armor that resembles the Silver Samurai. But since that Death Battle is using the skin of the original Silver Samurai, I believe that they are going to be using Kenichiro version of Silver Samurai. As for the Shredder, this one was very hard to determine, mainly because there are so many different versions of the Shredder. You have one that is said to be a reincarnated warrior from ancient Japan. You even have another that is an alien, who's actually an evil Utron. Now, with that being said, I mean, there are so many versions of Shredder, but one thing's for sure is that they all have one thing in common. That is, they are badasses and they are ruthless. And I saw the preview from ScrewAttack on the Shredder, and it looks like they're just going to use a composite version of the Shredder, which I think is fair, but I don't know if they're going to actually exploit the whole thing that he was an Utron, or even when he was a reincarnated warrior from ancient Japan. But I think they're just going to go with the idea of who the Shredder really is. And I think that is a good way to do it, because they're all pretty much similar. All versions are a huge threat to the Ninja Turtles. So yeah, guys. But anyway, guys, I want to give you guys my prediction on who I think is going to win this battle. Now, when I was doing some of the research, these two are almost identical. This is, to me, might be another close battle between these two. I mean, they're both masters of their respective martial arts. They're both crime bosses, and they also use weapon technology for their advantage. Now, the only difference between these two is that one's a ninja and one's a samurai. You have a ninja that uses deception to get their opponents, while the samurai goes head-to-head, one-on-one, man-to-man. However, though, Silver Samurai and the Shredder are very dishonorable when it comes to their fighting, so they use any cheap tactics to get the upper hand on their opponent. You have Silver Samurai, who has actually a teleportation ring, which pretty much gives him a good advantage when it comes to moving about in terms of battle. And let's not forget Silver Samurai's mutant power, which is he can charge any weapon with tachyon fields. Now, what a tachyon energy is said to be faster than light, and when it's charging up any weapon, it can virtually cut through any material except for adamantium. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, well, what about the movie The Wolverine, where we saw Silver Samurai cutting through adamantium? That, I think that's just a thing for the movie. I don't know. But all I can say is from the comic books, it says that he can cut through anything. Like if he charges his katana with tachyon energy, it can cut through any material except for adamantium. Now, to me, that is very useful in a battle. Now, as for Shredder, he is, again, a master in terms of the martial arts, just like Silver Samurai is very useful in terms of weaponry and whatnot. Even technology, including Dimension X technology or any kind of alien technology, because he has a genius level intelligence and very knowledgeable in terms of many different types of sciences. So that is actually a very useful tool to have in this one. He's also very fast. He's almost fast to the point that your eyes can't catch him. So that's another advantage he has over Silver Samurai. And there's one more thing about the Shredder that needs to be addressed. Will Death Battle use the fact that Shredder can turn into Super Shredder? So that's something we need to actually know from Death Battle, if they're actually going to be entertaining that. Because if he uses mutagen, like he drinks it just like in Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, and also the 2012 version of the cartoon, he turns into Super Shredder. Now in this form, his strength has definitely increased and also his speed has increased. However though, he's full of rage. He's kind of like the Hulk in a way, where he's all rage and doesn't really think before he does things. So that could be a disadvantage to him. So anyway guys, let's predict who I think is going to win. Now, I can see different scenarios on this. So in my opinion, with the Shredder, with his genius level intelligence, his speed, and even his experience in facing not just mutants, but also aliens, monsters, and many other things. And don't get me wrong, Silver Samurai has also had this type of experience as well. However though, if Death Battle decides to give him his Super Shredder form, I do also have a feeling that the Silver Samurai would be able to beat him by capitalizing on the fact that he's more rage than actually thinking smart when it comes to his fighting. So that's something I believe is going to happen. So I actually have two predictions. So if they use Super Shredder, I think that Shredder will lose to Silver Samurai. If they're not using Super Shredder, I believe the Shredder will defeat Silver Samurai. So this is the first time I actually have two predictions on this one. But anyway, guys, that's where I see it. To me, again, this is going to be a close battle. Probably not as close as Balrog versus TJ Combo, but close enough to a point where I actually have two predictions in this one. But anyway, guys, I'd like to know what you guys think of who you think is going to win between the Shredder and Silver Samurai. And I want you to leave your thoughts and comments down below and any information I might have missed out, and we'll gladly discuss and debate about it. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and vid.me. And don't forget to click on that bell so you can get the notifications when I post a new video on YouTube. All the links are in the video description, guys. Alright guys, so this is Do a Dreamer, and always dream big.